Hi guys, back in the hobby room. Just a quick update on what I've been doing, and it has to do with the hinge jig. I've made it what I think to be a little better, a little more versatile. So I'm going to spin the camera around and show you what I've come up with here. Alright, so here it is. Now, the last hinge jig here was pretty straightforward. Clamp it in and be done with it. And you could make basically 8 or 10 millimeter, whatever this size was. Well, I needed something a little more versatile. So what I did was I rethought the jig, and you can see right in here I've got grooves for a 6 millimeter hinge and basically a 10 millimeter hinge, and I have made it to where the tube will now go all the way through, so I can make a longer jig or longer hinge if you need something like I need something here that's the width of the trunk. I didn't want to go with 2 hinges. I want to go with 1. So to show you this, I just take my tubing and my brass, and we're just going to thread that through there and show you what's flatten this out a little bit. So for the longer hinge, all I'm going to do is basically thread this through and make a very simple bend at either end, and make sure that it's relatively flat. So now I can put this inside the jig with one corner exposed, and I can clamp this in there and make my bends. So we'll just get this in there. And clamp it down. Make sure it's nice and straight. Here we have it, clamp both ends, do the bend all the way around. So now I've got that piece. Now I will put the other piece in, clamp it down, and make the next bend up. Now with that, I've made one side of the hinge. Well, now, if I can pull it out, now I can slide this end out of there, and I can slide the other end in to where it's flat. And clamp that edge down. So now clamp this end down, clamp, make sure it's in there straight, clamp that down, and looks good. Bend this all the way, slide in my next piece, clamp that down, and bend it this way, and I should have a longer hinge. Let's pull this out of here. And this should pop right out. And there I have it. Nice, workable hinge with an even bend on both sides. Now I can slide the little tubing on and cut it to length, and there you have it. Perfectly made hinge with equal bends on either side. So I can make big hinge, I can make the 10mm hinge, I can make the 6mm hinge. This jig fits them all, so they all came out of this jig. So you see that it works pretty well, but it just takes the square tubing, and you've got to just put these pieces together. I cut slits there, so for the 6 and the 10, and then on the side you can see where I've made it to where even the plastic will slide through there and still be held down, and it'll pop out, so when I need to get it out, just pop it out. Single side hinge, small, medium, and large. So there's the jig. It will make any hinge I need now, no matter what the size. And I don't know if I'll ever need a smaller hinge than that, or a bigger hinge than this. So there it is, guys. That was the quick version of the hinge jig. Well, guys, there it is. Not much to update on the Nova, but that's going to be my new thing. This is really going to cut down on the time and make it a little more accurate when it comes to opening these doors and the trunk. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a great week, and we'll talk to you later.